Hello, hello. Your girl is live, and I'm excited about tonight because I am going to be sharing a little bit more information about Monarch Beauty Ventures. I have been talking about it um, for a little second, and I recently shared on a post the new agency name. Well, it's not a new it's not a rebrand, it's not new. It's just something that I decided to like put a name behind what we have been doing for some years, and I'm really excited about it. So I just decided that I would talk about it some more tonight and kind of go through my thought process on why I stopped coaching. And I feel like we're in this world of like a lot of information. It's like information overload, and we need more people to actually execute. And so that's a big reason of the shift that I'm going through right now. But yeah, I'm going to be on here for only a few minutes to chit chat with you guys and kind of, share my thought process behind this shift and what you can expect and all the things. So if you are someone who has been thinking about doing this and you feel like you have all the information and you just don't have any execution, then you definitely want to stick around and listen to this live because I'm going to be going through that process. And um yeah, if you're someone who's been thinking about opening a beauty supply store, like this is the live that you want to tune into. Because listen, I have been in this industry for, what, over 16 years, like well over a decade. And we have been opening stores for almost 8 years now. Almost 8 years. That's a long time of just opening stores, right? So I have seen and evaluated different conversations with different entrepreneurs, right? And it doesn't come from a place of like someone outside looking in. Like, I have been studying what works. I've been studying the type of person that gets to the results fastest. I've been looking at just a lot of things. Like, I've been analyzing a lot of things in the past couple of months because I just want to make sure that this new pivot is going to make sense and it's going to change the game for the industry. And like I said, we have been opening stores and helping people for the past 8 years. And that's pretty much all I have done. Like walking through SBA funding applications, going through vendors and negotiating, lease negotiating, like all of these different things and these different pieces create what a successful, beauty supply store looks like. And we have, to God be the glory, we have been able to do this in 48 states. 48 states, also Canada, in the Caribbean. And so when we talk about like being able to walk through all of the back end of building a beauty supply store and looking through all the pieces, I'm talking about the inventory systems, I'm talking about operations, the manuals, building out SOPs for, your employees, different staffing structures, different structures with different revenue streams, like if you have a salon or you're doing some other service-based business. Like, figuring all of this out, it does take a lot of strategy, and it's really not for one person to figure all of this out. It really isn't. And I believe that the people, whether they hire my team or another team, the ones that are the most successful are the ones who outsource each of those pieces to the professional, outsourcing the leasing part to a real estate professional, outsourcing the build out and the design to a professional, outsourcing inventory and product mix and all of that, outsourcing that to someone who's done it, especially the product mix. Like, that by itself is that by itself is a process. So, tapping in and outsourcing even just that part, right, is something that the most successful people I have seen, they have done that or had someone who they can tap on the shoulder to kind of navigate that entire process. And like I said, this is not from a place of theory. You guys know I've been doing this for quite some time, and we've had not so many different programs, but we've had a different different types of programs where I've tested out different time slots, 90 days here, a year here, 8 months here. And we've tested out different formats, courses with coaching, live events. I have literally, I feel like I have done it all and tested it all. And every single time we do something new or we try something different so that we can widen the pool of people that we bring in, um it's always a small percentage of people who actually make it through to the end. And this is why I came to the conclusion that we do not need more education. We don't need more courses. We don't need another vendor list. The people don't need that. The people need an elite team that can execute for them. People need execution. Like, I have all the information. Oh, my dad is here. My dad just woke up. I have so many YouTube videos, y'all. If y'all watching my YouTube, I have so many YouTube videos. Like, my entire course is basically on YouTube. And so you can watch all of the courses and you can overload in these Facebook groups. There's a million and one beauty supply Facebook groups that you can be like, it is out there. Like, it's out there, but the execution is not. And the team, an elite team of people that can help you execute, that is not out there. And I think when I have conversation, I believe when I have conversations with a lot of people, y'all underestimate what it really takes to pull this off successfully. And that's why I feel like a lot of y'all just think you could just do it on your own, because it just, theoretically speaking, it just sounds so simple. I just get a space and I get inventory and I sign a lease and I'm open and people are just going to flood into my business and it's just going to be a huge success. Absolutely not. And that's why people think they can do it on their own, because you have built this in your head that it's just so simple. And I mean, the strategy is simplified. Like, we have simplified the strategy based on our experiences. We have simplified a lot of things based on, past experiences and just helping people open in so many different parts of America. Right. And so we have a really solid system of how do we go about SBA funding? How do we go about lease negotiation? How do we figure out the perfect lease size? How do we figure out where the demand is in a community? Like, this is years and years and years of us doing this work, my team and I, to figure out the perfect formula so that we can execute faster for our clients, right? It's not about packaging up the information and then just telling y'all what to do. It just, that that hasn't worked. So we are now pivoting so that we can deliver this in a way that you're getting to the stores faster, you're getting to the funding faster, and it's a blueprint that we can replicate no matter where you're at in this world. um this blueprint works, and we have seen it work in so many different cities and states and areas where there's a different demographic. We've seen the same blueprint basically work. And a lot of times, guys, I will tell you, like, what I have been seeing is, after all of this experience, is like, people are not failing because of money. They're not failing because of the location. They're failing because someone has told you that this was a simple process and you got the lease and, ordered some product and you just opened the doors, like, with no strategy, no real funding strategy, no vendor pipeline. There was no system for managing inventory or managing your staff. There was no marketing. Like, that's the biggest one. There's no real marketing. And, like, when you open your doors, you're going to see really fast, like, if you don't have certain things and systems in place, like, this business will definitely humble you very, very fast. And again, this is why I felt like I should just stop the coaching thing, because I can coach till I'm blue in the face. But if you don't have someone behind you that's going to come and help you execute, it's just not going to work. Y'all don't need no more information from me. Like I said, My YouTube page got hundreds of videos on it at this point. And so you need someone who's going to actually build with you, who's actually going to come alongside you and partner with you. And that's why I absolutely love the name Monarch Beauty Ventures, because I want people to understand that this is a partnership. Like, a team is coming alongside of you to deliver this baby. Like, for the longest time, I called myself like the midwife of beauty supply stores, right? Which I still feel like I am that, coach or not coach. I still come beside you to help you, like, deliver this baby, and we're there, and we, are at that ribbon cutting ceremony and all of that stuff. I still love to be a part of that. But we are here to be in it with you beyond your launch date. Like, it's a partnership that lives beyond that. And so if that is something that sounds good to you, right? I am having a private call on May 4th. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It's a private investor call for those people who are positioned to get their stores launched, right? Like, your credit score is together, you have some funding together. You don't need all the funding, but you have some type of funding together, right? And your credit is together. A lot of us, our credit is not together. We have to work on the credit, myself included, right? But here's the thing: when we're talking about lenders and getting funding for your store, they are going to look at for your credit score to be at least 650, right? 620 to 650. Like, 620 is on the lower end, but really you should be at 650 and above. And in terms of income, they're looking for people who have an income, like an annual income minimum $50,000. So, like, your job, your whatever you do, right? Whatever you report on your taxes, right? There is an income of $50,000. So those are the individuals that we are looking to partner with, because we know that those individuals can get funding for their beauty supply stores, and we are looking to have fully funded stores. Like, we don't want y'all to liquidate your 401k and do all of that, right? Not unless that's something that you definitely want to do. I did it. If I were to go back in time, y'all, I would definitely not liquidate my 401k. I would 100% just get my credit together, get it to the 650, and get traditional funding. So yes, I am excited to walk you guys through exactly what me and my team does on this call. And so the link is there, right? So if you know that if this is something you want to do and you meet those requirements, right? Because it doesn't make sense to show up to a call and you can't really get into it, right? If you meet those requirements, y'all, I want you to click the link so you can join this private call. It's not a webinar. It's not another training. It's none of that. This is like a town hall meeting. This is like um of an investor call, right? This is like an investor call where I'm going to be walking you guys through the numbers, the behind the scenes, the process, what it actually looks like to operate the business, the day to day, what's really required, right? And so again, this meeting is going to be May 4th at 7 p.m. and there is going to be limited space. So I'm doing it on a different portal. So, like, usually, I do my trainings on YouTube and everyone's invited. Doesn't matter. But this is going to be a room with, like, real serious investors. And so I just want to make sure that the room is a quality room and it just makes sense to be there. So that link is in the chat, monarchbeautyventures.com. If you go to monarchbeautyventures.com, you'll be able to sign up. I'm going to drop it in the chat. So if you're not on YouTube, y'all, if you're not on YouTube, I don't think you'll be able to see it on Instagram. So head over to my YouTube so you can click this link. But again, I am super excited for this next level Like our mission is still the same. We're just using a very different vehicle to get people there faster in a more efficient way. Um, and yeah, it's going down May 4th. Like we're going to be talking about a lot of things, particularly funding. And it's not just going to be like SBA funding and like save your money. Like we're going to be talking about how to actually get your stores well capitalized. And my funding partner that I'm working with now, super super excited to have him on the team. Super excited for everyone that's on the team. We have some new team members that I'm just really really excited about, that I think like they're top tier. Like I have top tier client talent, y'all, for my clients. Top tier talent. And yeah, I'll be sharing more details May 4th. So get into the room, get into the room. If you guys have any questions, you can drop them in the chat. I didn't even ask who's in the room. Anybody in the room from New York City that is looking to open a store? Anybody from New York City? Where are y'all from? Just drop your city in the chat. Drop your city in the chat. And if you guys have any questions on anything, you can drop it in the chat. I'll be around this live for like literally 2 more seconds. But yeah, um I feel like right now, I did a YouTube video on this, but right now there's like a shift of power in the beauty supply industry. There's been a shift. I talk on my YouTube about how a lot of the Asian owned stores are shutting down, and we see a rise of like the Arabic owners, and they're kind of taking over a lot of the Asian owned stores that have been around for like decades and decades and decades, and their children don't want the stores. And so there's like a real shift happening right now in the beauty supply industry. And I am really really wanting African Americans to take hold of the shift that is happening, and honestly really reclaim something that we have built, especially Black women, right? Our Black pioneers, Madam CJ Walker, Annie Malone, built $1 million empires in the 1920s in the beauty industry. And I talk about them often because I feel like this speaks volume to the type of blueprint that has already been given to us as Black women since the 1920s. Like this is our space. So we need to take up spaces. We need to take up space, and we need to like not be consumers of this any longer, and we need to be owners. And this is literally our time, especially with this huge shift that is happening right now. So with all that being said, y'all, I invite you to our private call May 4th. And if you know a Black woman or a Black man, we work with men too, that needs to be in the room, that needs to be in this room, and you think this will be a good idea for them, I want you to be a good friend or a good family member, good spouse, whatever, and give them the link so that they can show up to this private call that is happening May 4th. All right. So I'm going to drop the link again, and I will see you guys there on our private call. Have a good night.